Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another video. I hope you guys are doing incredibly well. I want to thank you for being with me here on the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for liking the videos. And for those of you who leave those beautiful comments, I do read them. And I want to thank you for taking the time to do that. I am on Patreon. You guys can find me behind the scenes. A big shout out to the Mega Crew. Thank you for your support, guys. I wanted to hop on and share a reading. It's coming from the Divine Masculine's perspective, and hopefully we can offer some support for the Divine Masculines as well, because for many of them, this whole new year, just like right at the celebration of New Year, it's bringing in a lot of profound epiphanies. And I think that a lot of your masculines are seeing signs that they themselves can't ignore. They're being led right back to the divine feminines without even trying, okay? But this time around, the energy is very different between the two. I feel like many of your masculines are having this twin flame epiphany right at the moment where you are wanting to explore life a little bit, okay? And for those of you who maybe have been in communication with your masculines as well, I'm hearing that your confidence, it's a little intimidating, divine feminine. It's making your masculine really hone in on the areas of his life that he wants to be a little bit more passionate about and take more seriously. But with that realization comes with the tower moments of having to let go of certain people, places, things, certain habits about himself or herself as well, depending on who the masculine is in your connection. But overall, with just the masculine collective in general, that's what I feel like they're up against right now, okay? So I'm going to dive into some messages coming directly from your masculine and find out what it is they want you to know. This may be what they're not saying. It could be that maybe communication is coming, it's taking its time, and then these messages, I feel, will be revealed to you, or maybe they already have been revealed to you. And the reading will just be a confirmation, okay? So we've got a nice good shuffle in there. Let's go ahead and take this slow, guys, and do one message at a time. I'll cut it in half. And the message here says, okay, so you're a beautiful mother. I'm very attracted to your nurturing side. Okay, so this is for those of you who have children. And I feel like you've been on a hell of a journey, mama. And your masculine is very attracted to your ability to nurture, your surroundings. I feel like if you are a single mom, or maybe you might be in your own space and you might co-parent, or so your partner lives in a different home, and more or less you kind of do your own thing, right? You're responsible for your home, paying the bills, making sure the kids are okay. They're fed, they're educated, you may run your own business. You really do have everything under control, and this is something that's very attractive about you. And I feel for the most part, it's something that many of the masculines, they are wired to feel attracted to that side of you that is very just warm and caring and open, and something about you, like your home is very soft, or it smells good, or it's really cozy. You might have your kids on like a really, not like a strict schedule, but like a consistent schedule, okay? Like you things run very smoothly around your home because you're always on top of things, and it's very refreshing to your masculines. It could also be one of those things that's very intimidating about you, so they might struggle to come forward because they may feel like, damn, I don't even have shit that down packed in my own life. Okay, so they kind of come near you and they learn from you and they admire you, and then they go and they try to apply those things in their own life, okay? And I feel like you are showing them that it's okay to tap into those feminine qualities. And as you can see, the feminine qualities aren't so like weak or as misunderstood or misinterpreted as you once thought. I feel like many of the masculines are waking up to be like, damn, like the feminine energy is pretty badass. Like just watching my feminine exude her authentic self, okay? And many of you might just feel more comfortable doing that, more feminine, more femininely, if that's a word. But when you have to be in your masculine energy, and I feel like for a lot of you, maybe over the last few years, you've had to kind of be in that energy a little bit, but it doesn't mean that you ever let go of your feminine side, and that is what is attractive, okay? So let's go ahead and find out what else your masculine wants to say. Okay, so it says here, oh, there's two messages. Okay, I'll go with this one first because I was kind of drawn to it, and then we'll go ahead and find out a little bit more about how they see your energy too, Divine Feminine. But it says here, I'm still with my karmic, yes, but I feel bored and disconnected from them. Okay, and this might be because they're watching you just be this beautiful creation. Like, I feel like you, like, the word I'm getting is fertile. Okay, so you just create beautiful things around you, and they feel maybe disconnected from their karmic because I'm seeing that many of your masculines get in this place of missing you, and if they're still with karmic partners, then they also get into this cranky energy of comparing the karmic to you. So they may watch your lifestyle a lot, they may watch you online. I feel too like in the past many of you hid from social media, but maybe within the last year or so you've kind of broken free from those restraints, and you've really allowed yourself to just bask in your authenticity, knowing that you're well protected by your ancestors and the spirit guides that came with you on this great journey. Many of you have awakened to that knowledge and that information, so you're no longer afraid, or you're no longer hermiting just because of the karmic situation in the masculine, right? Many of you have come out of your shell, so to speak, okay? And, with that, I feel like many of your masculines, and many of the people they're connected to as well, are really getting a chance to see you in action, Divine Feminine. So yeah, like, there's a lot of heavy epiphanies coming through. You're on this masculine's mind a lot, so much to the point where, they really want to start making some changes in their own life. Let's get a card here. What are you teaching them right now, Divine Feminine? Maybe you're in this energy and it's kind of wanting to mirror back to them. Let's find out how they see you at this time. Okay, let's cut it in half. And we got passion. Okay, so it's always you. That's the message that I'm hearing. Passion definitely plays a role in leading us right back to where we want to be. Okay, I feel like that you are where your divine masculine wants to be, Divine Feminine. Like, there's a lot of symbols on here as well. Like, for me, like, the flowers are growth, the fact that she's tying the string to his hand. It's almost like many of your masculines are coming toward you now for information. Like, I feel like a lot of your masculines are coming forward in communication, and maybe they're more intrigued or a little bit more interested to know about, like, soul connections or twin flames. If you guys are tarot readers in the community, they want to know a little bit more about tarot and what it is you do on YouTube, or if it's not YouTube, then it could be any other social media platform that you're on, and they're just more interested to know about you. They feel a lot of passion for you. I'm also seeing too that the way they're sitting down here is that a lot of your masculines are exuding patience as well. They are taking things very slowly, and they're allowing you to just be yourself, Divine Feminine. I feel like many of you you're not holding back anymore. It's almost like, this is who I am. Like, accept me or you don't. I'm fine on my own, but just know, like, I feel like she's telling him in this picture, but just know, that at some point or another, like, they're going to have to kind of face the connection, or just kind of face how it is they feel toward the Divine Feminine here. And for a lot of your masculines, that's coming forward and being honest with you, right? They're going to have to face the music. For a lot of them, facing it means coming forward and telling you. Like, they need to, like, I'm seeing like a bottle, and the cap just needs to, like, flick off the bottle, and everything needs to come out. Otherwise, like, they're never going to have that peace of mind. They always feel connected to you, Divine Feminine. There's no one else that compares. Also too, like with the previous cards that came out here with the written messages, it's more than just like you're beautiful and you're sexy. It's that you're wise and you're gentle. And again, this very nurturing quality about you is very attractive. I feel like this is a divine masculine who really wants to be loved and nurtured. They may have, I don't know, like never had that in the past, or they may have struggled to have that with a particular parent, is what I'm seeing as well. And for some reason, when they interact with you, or when they watch you, or they see you I don't know, maybe on social media you might post pictures of the things that you do with your children or certain outings that you might have with them. It's like it makes them feel very nostalgic in a sense, where it's like, I want that, like, or I wish I had that, or I wish I could be part of that. That's what I'm getting. So some of your masculines too, like I'm hearing, it doesn't bother them that you have children. Maybe you, Divine Feminine, might think that from time to time, or it's something that may come up in your like thoughts. Okay, it doesn't bother them at all. In fact, they wish that they could be part of that dynamic. Okay, I'm also hearing too, a lot of your masculines are maturing. Okay, and that's why that you know, that bit of thinking or overthinking in that area, it might have come from past interactions with your masculine, where it's like, oh, whoa, like they don't know if they could be with someone who has children. Maybe your masculine doesn't have children. Okay. So I'm going to move on to this message here, guys. It says, every time I want to come toward you, I feel like there's so much to be done. And I'm in brackets, it says here, stop smoking, gym. So I basically need to get clean, or I need to get healthy, or I need to work on developing myself, my spiritual self, my mental health, you know, just their physical health as well. I feel like a lot of them want to improve that, or it's like every time they feel like drawn to you, one of the first things they think about is like, okay, the vision I get in my head is a masculine going like, I can't go to her like this. Okay, you might have a lot of suitors around you at this time feeling this way, Divine Feminine. I don't know why I'm picking up on that message. Let's go ahead and get another card about just how people see you in general, because I feel like it's not only your Divine Masculine who feels this way about you. Okay, let's cut it in half. How do people see the Divine Feminine in general? Okay, so moving on. Just attracting a suitor that, you know, is most compatible with you, Divine Feminine. And that's what many of your masculines, I feel, they don't like to think of it, but at the same time, it motivates them. I know that sounds weird, and I know if you're in the masculine energy, you're going to understand what I'm saying. But many of them see you living your best life right now. Okay, and what I mean by living your best life is like living your most authentic life. Okay, you're fully yourself, no filters. And many of the masculines, I feel they are somewhat intimidated by watching you also be successful in love. And for many of you, I feel like that's that, you know, Nine of Cups energy or Nine of Pentacles energy, where it's like, you know, you've got everything except that relationship. Maybe many of you don't even want that right now, you know, like maybe moving on for you is the freedom that you can attract a loving relationship anytime you desire, right? It's like, you know, that you have the ability to do that now because you've learned your self-worth and you've worked very hard for the lifestyle that you're now living. So many of you are just being cautious at this time. And I think that that's why your masculines are, you know, they may be a little bit nervous at this time. Some of that nervousness could be envy as well of you moving forward without them. I think many of them too are humbling themselves to the point where they're willingly admitting that it's like, if you do move forward, they have no one else to blame but themselves. Okay, let's get their energy around that. Okay, how are they feeling about you moving forward? Okay, so that's too many that slipped out, which tells me they're kind of all over the place or all over themselves about it. But let's get one precise message here about how they feel about you moving forward. Okay. So we have the Five of Pentacles here, okay, and left out in the cold, I guess, is what I'm hearing from this. Many of your masculines, too, they feel like they're paying the price or like being served karma. In fact, I read a meme on someone's timeline. I don't remember who it was, but they talked about karma not being a bitch and karma being more of an elder that really serves you up some tea that you've been serving other people for a long time. And I really like that. I was like, wow, that's a great description. I'll try to find it for you guys and link the person's page who shared it, but that's what I feel like they're going through right now. This passion card here is all about them, Divine Feminine, because right now many of you are in that place of, I've moved on. You know, many of you listen to these readings just for that peace of mind or like that closure as well. And just having your intuition affirm itself, right? Like if this reading has found you, I feel like many of you are like, yeah, it's already been happening, or you already feel this energy, you already have felt it. I think this is how your masculines feel about you moving forward or moving on. It's like they feel left out in the cold. A lot of them too, again, feel like they're facing karma. They're struggling with like money, okay? And when it comes to confidence, you know, this group of this group of masculines, sorry, they feel like they have to get their money right. It's really important for them that they get their money right. It has something to do with like just the way they carry themselves in the world, the way they feel. But I feel like for a lot of them that has not been working out for a really long time, especially in the areas of career and just passion in general, okay? Because many of your masculines, they're passionate. But that's been sucked out of them because they've been in karmic cycles, and they haven't been able to recognize those patterns. And karmic cycles, in the form of like pentacles, it could be staying at a job that is just draining you, right? Like doing repetitive things when you know deep down inside of you is like this emperor who can lead, and you're innovative and you can come up with great ideas, and you can you know, essentially make a lot of money, and they might be caught up with some kind of karmic situation that's making them feel like they're stuck there, or the energy is stagnant, or they're just caught up in this loop that they can't seem to get out of. And, you know, low key, I feel like many of your masculines are waiting for this to pass, because part of them experiencing a lot of these tower moments with the 5 here, it's again like as you sow, so you shall reap. Maybe even looking down on you at one point, Divine Feminine. Maybe you, in the Divine Feminine energy, experience being in the 5 of Pentacles for a long time, but then you had that epiphany and you didn't want to stay there, and so they had to watch you transform. Meanwhile, you know, yeah, they were probably laughing at you or looking down on you, and so were their family and friends, and so were their karmic partners, and now they're going through the exact same thing. You know, and it's such a hard pill to swallow, because it seems like something out of a movie, Divine Feminine, to be honest with you. That's what your masculine's feeling right now. It's like this shit, it could only be in a movie. Okay, they're literally watching you live out your best life while they thought they had pentacles, and it's like now you probably have more than your divine masculine does, okay? And they thought that they were going to be in that place, but you know, just the law of karma itself, I feel, has been orchestrating certain things in the masculine's life to really humble them, you know. But I wouldn't be too worried, because I've seen the Magician card come up in past readings. If you guys haven't checked out the past readings on the channel, check it out, because you know, they do have those you know, twin flame powers. They are able to tap into the manifestation and setting their intentions. They just need to remove themselves from karmic situations that make them feel like tapping into those abilities is, you know, that whole going against the grain. It's evil. It's wrong. It's like my son would say, that's sorcery. You know, I feel like removing themselves out of that outdated pattern, and that's why they're so drawn to you, feminine. It's like you and your own tarot world and your world of spirituality, it's like they're so drawn to it, and most likely they're drawn to it because they're just like you on the inside. Okay, on the outside, it may seem like you two are from completely different worlds, but yeah, believe me, this masculine is starting to wake up to the truth, specifically because of experiences that they're going through. And guys, on top of that, they're getting these epiphanies that you are in fact their twin flame, but only after they made you feel like this at one point, and now they're feeling it. Okay, that's a double-edged sword to be had. Okay, and that's just kind of what they're going through right now. All right, so you guys are going to be okay, divine masculines. I feel too that many of the divine feminines have had their fair share of experiences where, you know, they've kind of had to sit in this 5 of Pentacles energy, and humble themselves too. And like I've mentioned in so many past readings, the divine feminines have been champions, yo. You guys are soldiers, bro. You guys took the pain and the hurt silently, right? Suffer in silence type. Many divine feminines out there, especially if you guys are like earth signs as well. Yeah, definitely suffer in silence, let it pass, and then get back up on your feet and dust yourself off and try again. And next time you come back even harder. That's the kind of shit that your masculine loves about you, okay? And they're really trying to be that or do that right now. That's why a lot of them are trying to communicate with you. They want a little bit of that energy, that magic, you know? All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this one. You guys take care, and I will catch you in the next reading, okay? Bye, guys.